Alright, what's going on, you guys? Once again, my name happens to be Eternal Darkness, and again, this is the fourth map in Numa. If I sound a bit not energetic, this is the third time we're doing this before some shit went down and I got a little pissed off. But anyway, so like I said, fourth map, Numa, zombie storyline, you guys know the deal, and we're gonna keep on going and we're gonna keep on trucking. And obviously I'm joined once again by Lion Crusader and or Vincenzo and or Imperial Resurrection. Subscribe to his channel, link is in the description below. Zombie storyline link is also in the description below, but the game's just about to start right here, and obviously Vincenzo will be giving us commentary about the zombie storyline, and I will be providing help along the way and, you know, filling in the cracks here and there, because I will have the zombie storyline open. So this actually is the map where everything kind of takes place and everything kind of starts. So Vincenzo, why don't you give us a little bit of backstory on it?
Yeah, so basically, in this map, where you actually spawn, there's 3 radios that you can get to, which actually reveal the major part of what's going on here and where the Nazi zombie storyline really starts. There's going to be 2 number sequences that they'll give you, and the 2 number sequences actually are interesting. The first one refers to the, the numbers are to where the Tunguska event took place. Now, I discussed this briefly in our last video, but just for the sake of this video, I'll go over it again. The Tunguska event was when a meteoroid in 1908 had exploded shortly above the Earth's atmosphere, and small fragments of the actual meteorite landed on Earth. There was one that landed in Russia. I forget exactly where. But anyway, nonetheless, there was urban legend and myth that arose that it could reanimate corpses. Now, obviously, that was all legend and myth. Actually, in all reality, Tunguska has nothing to do with the actual Nazi scientific research projects that occurred. It's just in the context of this game. Because in the context of this game, Tunguska meteor is the 115 rock, or Wearing from Space, which is how the wonder weapons are powered, and also how the zombies came back to life. So basically, with that cleared out of the way, then there's someone who talks on the radio who is actually either Peter McCain or his friend. There's 2 alternatives to this. Anyway, but I'm going to basically explain again who Peter McCain is. As I brought up in the last video, Peter McCain is the operative who infiltrated Group 935, which is the top secret. Yes. What was I saying? Oh, yeah, who infiltrated the German scientific research group. Who was at Verrucht, and in the dialogue that you hear when you activate the radios, it says how basically what happened was they were trying to contain the experiment at Asylum and it had failed, but they need to relocate the tests here. So it is presumed that whoever ended up coming here, it was to continue the scientific research, and you can see there's different areas. There's the doctor's quarters. There's these crates that actually on them. I don't know if they have them on Black Ops, but I know for sure they say 115 on World at War. I can tell you if they say. Don't see the 115 here. They may be here somewhere. Anyway, nonetheless, that's what they're for. They're crates of 115 that they're storing up from the meteor. This is one of the meteor sites. And yeah. As far as Richthofen is concerned and getting here, Mike had actually, Eternal rather, had actually started looking up stuff on Call of Duty Wiki, because I wasn't entirely clear on exactly what had happened. But basically, as the events of Der Riese unfolded, which we'll explain in the next video, because there's more Easter eggs in there that really kind of tie this all together. But he was basically sent here to sort things out, which is where he initially grouped up with Tank, Nikolai, and Takeo. Nikolai and Takeo were both prisoners of war who were... so this is what you get for explaining things. Prisoners of war who were also being tested and brainwashed at the asylum by Richthofen. And how they actually ended up coming here with him, Eternal can probably explain that better because he has the thing in front of him. I'm just going off whim. So
actually, Numa didn't happen as the events of Reese. Well, yeah, while the zombie outbreak was going on after Reese,
yeah.
The events of Numa were unfolding.
When I say that, when I say the events of Der Riese, I don't mean actually what's going on as far as playing goes. The events prior to the studies and research that are going on. Richthofen and Maxis were alive performing experiments. By the way, probably a good idea to open up the door.
Yeah, so we'll just head out, and I'm just gonna explain it a little bit more. Basically, what happened was that how Nikolai, Tank Dempsey, and Takeo are all linked in with Richthofen is that obviously, like you said, Nikolai and Takeo were prisoners of war, and Tank Dempsey was captured in Verrückt, and that's why Tank Dempsey is actually in Verrückt to help along the zombie storyline. And obviously their mission was to save Peter McCain, who happens to be here, at least for the sake of this video, at least from what speculations have been. Did we both get G11s? Oh God.
Yeah.
And it was their mission to save Peter McCain. Unfortunately, that didn't happen, and the rest of the Marines were killed by Richthofen, but Tank Dempsey was left alive. And so he was tested on. Now, when Nikolai and Takeo were captured, there was also an unknown Mexican. Yeah, I know. And
Reagan.
Lucky bitch. I have a commando, so no worries. And the unknown Mexican, unfortunately, was killed by Richthofen during the experimenting. And so he replaced the Mexican with Tank Dempsey. And during the experimentation processes, basically, Nikolai now cannot function without alcohol. Takeo only speaks in Chinese proverbs, and Tank Dempsey is now
Japanese.
And what?
Japanese
proverbs. I apologize. And Tank Dempsey is now extremely hostile towards everyone, especially the doctor. Unfortunately, he does not know why, but his memory does start to come back later on, and we'll explain that as the dialogue does actually change from map to map. And then what happened was that during the experimenting processes, they were overrun with zombies. So the doctor took Tank, Takeo, and Nikolai all back here, and they retreated back here for time to think. Ooh, I got the Wonder Waff.
Oh, nice. Yeah, next part of this video will be discussing strategies, so as soon as you're done.
Yeah, and so they retreated here to allow the doctor time to think. And let me pull this up really quick. I'll just open it up once we're at least a tad bit clear of zombies. Alright. Basically, while they were here, the doctor decided what he was going to do because he knew Samantha would stop at nothing until he was dead. So he knew he needed to get these certain devices and certain weaponry to actually control the zombies. One of them happened to be the actual gun I'm holding right now, the Wonder Waffle DG2. And he would need to get that from Doris. Now, unfortunately, we have it in this map concerning the fact that Black Ops. Since Black Ops 1 added in the old maps, it put it in the mystery box, so you know, we can't really do anything much about that. But that's really all the events, and we'll actually show you the Tunguska, or how did you pronounce it? Tunguska, right?
Tunguska. You can't actually see it. We'll show you the meteor. Well, we can't show you the actual writing that because you can do that in no clip. I suggest we open up the common room because that's actually where I'm going to be explaining the strategy. Since you have the Wonder Waff, it's actually very good because you'll be able to actually show them. So if you want to open this up. Alright, so basically this was the map that was the father of what everybody knows as the zombie train, the rape train, or simply train. This was the perfect map to do it on, especially if a ray gun or a Wonder Waff. It was much better to do in World at War because something that actually wasn't, at least from my own experience, I can't say this with utmost, I can't say this is definitively correct, but I want to say it is just by experience. All the zombies seem to spawn at once in World at War. Now, when they all spawn at once, that's good because you can get them all in a group, and you can take them up with about 3 shots of the Wonder Waff maximum. Sometimes you can even do it in 2. In this, you can basically run the same strategy, save a lot of ammo, get them all grouped. The only thing is so many zombies spawn at once. Once you kill them, more spawn. By the way, what perk is in there?
Yeah, it's a speed cola.
Alright, well, we'll stay here for a few rounds, rack up some points. In fact, actually, you have a lot, so we'll end up moving. Now, this strategy was really more for solo. You can do it with 2 people. You just gotta make sure you don't run counter-current trains, like, you do on the bridge at, what do you call it? Mob of the Dead. There's a nuke there. Should I get it? Should I get it? Should I get it?
So I'm running out of ammo on my commando.
Yeah. Should probably go with jokes, and it's going to be dogs. Basically, what you're going to do is you're going to run around the circle of this map, get all the zombies in train, shoot the Wonder Waff. The good thing is, even if you miss, the zombies will be electrocuted because the electricity will travel through the water.
Do they actually have that in this
great
map?
way to
They
save
actually,
it.
they actually incorporate that?
Yeah, I think so. At least when I did it on solo, you can actually see this strategy, as far as solo goes, come to fruition, and see its effectiveness in my solo walkthrough, which is again on my channel. Link is in the description. The main other thing that you can run to is if you have a 4-person game, it's probably best to find one of the huts that I'm not down in now. For some reason, I got stuck in a corner. It's between lag and getting stuck in a corner. I have a ray gun, so if you want to come over here and get me.
I also am using the Wonder Waff.
What was I going to say now? What was I saying? I'll remember in a minute. Oh yeah, if you have more than, like say if you have 4 players, it's probably best to, I'm good. It's probably best to sit in one of the huts, particularly the one that has Juggernaut, and just camp and shoot the zombies, because otherwise a 4-person raid train is just not a smart idea. You'll end up getting bunched together and take the gamble, go out here and see if the, I'll open up the first door, see if Jug's there.
Yeah, sure. At least now we have a 1 in 3 chance.
Yeah. See, and the other thing too, as far as the raid train strategy goes on the comm room, I'd suggest having Jug because, especially if you're doing all World of War, and of course it's double tap. Okay, we better get the hell out of here before we die. Alright. You want to make sure you have Juggernaut at least by round, let's say round 9. Because otherwise you're going to be like me, who's going to go down right now for no apparent reason, because I don't have Jug and I get stuck in the water.
Oh wow, what? Wow, those zombies are fast, dude.
Yeah. You know what? Since we've already explained a ton of stuff, why don't we just not restart the recording? We'll just restart the game. So it doesn't make sense to explain all the stuff again.
Yeah.
Yeah. So guys, if you're seeing this, just stay tuned. Everything will tie together.
I'll probably do some editing, or it just cuts to us actually.
Yeah, I was just gonna say, I could say you could probably actually take the good part of this audio and slap it in. That's as far as strategy goes. That seems to have worked out well on solo. Again, you want to be very careful when you're going to get the perks. Like, as you could just see what happened. Yeah, bad stuff.
No, obviously there's no really goal that we're trying to achieve here as far as Easter egg wise or anything like Bob of the Dead.
There's actually an Easter egg on Numa on the iPhone, apparently, that like you can get the Wonder Waff with. Although I'm not going to film a video or do a breakdown of an iPhone game, sorry.
I know there's a way to record iPhone.
Yeah, there's probably certain capture adapters. Well, anyway, we discussed a lot of zombie stuff as far as strategy and story goes, so Eternal, what's going on?
Nothing much. Still have to edit the other 2 episodes because I still haven't edited Varukter, Nocturne, and Totem when we're recording this episode, so there's that. Probably obviously it come out before this one.
Yeah. If this map goes well and we survive a decent amount of time, we may be audacious and do Derice, but I'm not quite sure about that yet.
Well, I actually did.
Dude,
I did enlist the help of one of my friends who is willing.
He's already replacing me. Already replacing me.
But I did enlist the help of one of my friends, Horrific Ninja, who's gonna help us out with Ascension and Moon, I believe he said. I asked him if he could help us out checking the law. I don't know if I got an answer or not.
Yeah, Moon's literally going to be horrible. Not looking forward to that at all.
Whatever.
Moon I'm not looking forward to at all. Shangri-La I can deal with.
Shangri-La or Ascension.
Ascension's the Easter egg's actually easy. The last step you just gotta do it right. That's the only thing. It's actually
Don't do it right,
the Ascension Easter egg's actually no, not really. It's just you gotta have ammo. It's getting all the weapons. That's what it is.
Yeah.
It's one of there's a difference between Easter egg being difficult as far as doing and difficult by what you need. The transit Easter eggs are ridiculously easy as far as the Maxis's path. Richthofen's path is difficult. I'll give you that, but you need to get EMP grenades for a minimum of 2 people, and those are unless you're on solo and desperately need a gun. It's very rare that those end up coming out of the box. So,
I still feel like Mob of the Dead was our best run yet.
yeah, I love Mob of the Dead. Did you see the Replacers trailer for what do you call it? For Vengeance?
The new
Buried.
the new
There's
map,
apparently
or?
2. Yeah, for the new Buried map, because there was almost like a Victorian ghost that like haunts the mansions that looked like one of the bosses. Yeah, you have to like check it out.
Hmm.
And
Actually,
there's that
when
weird
you
guy that sits in the
download,
sheriff's office.
when you download the new map Buried, you get the ray gun Mark II on every map.
See, what I wonder is if that will replace the classic ray gun, or if it will just be in addition to.
Yeah. If it replaces the classic ray gun, I wouldn't really like that.
No, I like the old ray gun. And they said that you'll be able to take out full trains of zombies with it. I don't exactly know what that means as far as if it's still,
It would take
as
what?
far as ammo capacity goes, is that it'll take out trains of zombies at a time. I remember
Oh yeah.
whoever, Jimmy Zielinski, saying that. So as far as ammo capacity goes, or even just, will it be a Wonderwall weapon?
Yeah.
The other thing too is I'm wondering, there's been a lot of speculation even on Call of Duty Wikia that that will not be the only wonder weapon that's introduced.
It wouldn't surprise me if that's not the only new wonder weapon that's being introduced, because they do the solidifier and they did the blundergat and the thing is like they didn't. I don't even think they showed those, or did they in the trailers? They most likely did.
They showed the Wonderwall. They didn't show. I don't think they showed the School of Fire. Don't quote me on that because I very well could be wrong.
I remember they showed the zap guns when that came out.
They showed the wave gun bit.
Yeah, the wave guns. I always call them zap guns. I don't know why.